Obsessed with it. I'm
Why?
obsessed with it because one, it does stand out. It helps me win a lot. It also shows a connection with the person on the other end of it. They feel warmer up to me. And of course it's different. How many reps are sending videos? And how many reps are really personalizing those videos? And how many reps are really guiding them through something that it's actually useful for them? And when you have a lot of thoughtfulness in your outreach, that's how you stand out.
What is an indication, a signal out there with your prospect that says now's a good time to send a video? What's the trigger there?
Okay, so many different options. You could either do it based off of engagement. Okay, this is my ICP and they have been really opening my emails, or maybe I see that they forwarded it, or maybe it's even someone lower level that has been opening. I need to get them just to say yes. They need that little push. So what is that little push? It's always a video. They're begging for a video. So let me take the time, let me stop the sequence, pause it, pull them out of it, put them into something that's manual so that way I check in on them every single day, and let me start to really make it more thoughtful and creative outreach, and let's start sending a video. From there, usually they're not in that manual sequence for too long, truthfully, because now I just need that little push to be like, you need to meet with me because I know you're interested. So let me give you that push to be like, you know what? I vibe with her. She's got these ideas, or this is a solution, or wow, she sees me.
Yeah.
Let me just give her the time.
You're showing your prospect that you see them, and then they in turn see that there's a human on the other end. It's not just this automated cadence. So it's not necessarily in your sequence, in your cadence. It's something to stop it and say,
Yes.
this is that extra to push them over.
Yes.
To get the meeting, to sign the proposal, to do that next step. Okay, cool. So what does personalization mean to you when it comes to sales outreach?
So I think that sales outreach personalization needs to be used throughout the sales cycle. Some people just really do it heavy in the beginning, and then maybe a follow-up for a disco, follow-up for a demo or something is like the same.
A templated. Yeah.
Whenever I see the same like disco follow-ups and they're so long, I'm like, did you really even ask them those questions? Your emails, your follow-ups, that personalization needs to be there throughout the entire process, because you need to make sure that your customer feels special the entire time. Even if they're small, like they need to feel really special, like you got their back. And that's how you win, is when they're like, I really trust that Melissa's gonna help me get this done. She has walked me through a question that I had through a video, right? I asked her how we would add this type of employee. She sent me a video, 1-minute video, how I would do that today. Those little touches really help build your credibility, and they know Melissa's gonna take care of me. I know that this is the right product for us.
So what times are videos truly personalized one-on-one, and what times are you leveraging AI to scale those videos? What's the difference there?
There's a huge difference, 100%. Okay, so when I'm pulling someone from a sequence or it's a little bit more personalized, like these are my top tier people, right? These aren't people that are, a little bit lower in their role. Like these are VP C-suite executives, right? Like these are the people that if I got them on the call, I'm gonna be excited, my boss is gonna be excited, the SDR we're working with or whoever's gonna be excited, like we're all gonna be excited. And so these are the people that once I get them on the call, I know that they're either very involved in the decision making, that they have a little bit more power than someone else. I wanna make sure that I am extra special to those people. When I'm sending AI generated videos or videos that are just a little bit more replicated rather just for one person, one to many, those are the people that I'm just trying to educate. It might not necessarily be I'm trying to get them in for a meeting, but I'm either trying to spread awareness, a need, a challenge. Have you looked into this sort of thing? I'll go that route of sending a video that is more general but is for them. So these are more in where I work at Deel. So the C-suite is more of like head of finance, CFO, those titles. The automated videos are for my payroll managers, so the people who are doing the payroll, touching the platform.
Yeah.
These are my day-to-day people, the end users.
Yeah.
Yes, those are more automated because I'm trying to educate them. I'm trying to get them aware of what their options are. Hey, maybe you should advocate for this sort of thing. Because when it comes from the bottom up, then once you start sending those tailored videos to the C-suite, they're like, oh my gosh, like John kept nagging me about this. Let me just start looking into it, sort of thing. I got another example there too. The next piece is going to be single videos throughout the sales cycle. This is more for, again, the decision maker, the buyer.
That's
more
the top-down thing.
Yes, but if you are in a sales cycle with someone who is a little bit lower level, I think it's still just as important to either have a video library, which I have, where I update my product and how to do this, like every little step. So I have a video library that I can just send out and say, hey, you were curious about how you would add this type of employee, or hey, you were curious how you would be able to update your organizational settings, or whatever it may be. I want to make sure that's in my sales cycle too, so that way they are learning that. Though my video library can be used for a lot, but again, when I am talking to that C-suite, I do want them to know that this is specifically for them. I got their back. We're in this together. Let me walk you through it, but I have my video library for, again, the people that are really touching the platform, the end users, and those messages are going to be different, because the first one is going to talk about why this is valuable to you. The other one's going to be like, okay, click, here's this, here's that. Yeah. That's more tutorial.
Are you seeing success with Sendspark? What do you like the most?
There's a lot that I like, and it's funny, on my way here, I was talking to Morgan, who's like, so tell me the differentiators between Sendspark. And I was like, let me get started here. Because there is a lot, and really you guys are set up to do personalized videos at scale, which no one else can do right except for you, in my opinion. Not to super brag on you all. But that's because of the way that you set up the platform to be very easy for someone else to build like a Lego, to adjust the template piece to it. The new AI that you're putting in, where you're saying watermelon, all that piece to it, I really am excited about. To be able to have the backdrop constantly change based off of who it is that you're sending a video out to. Like
our dynamic backgrounds. Right?
Like you're doing that personalization piece that I was doing manually on Canva before I had Sendspark. So it makes it a lot faster for you just to do video at scale. You're keeping the salesperson in mind. You're keeping in mind of their time, what it is that they need to accomplish in that time. They're competing with all these different channels. You're making your sales reps' lives easier, so that way they can produce these videos. Because one, it's effort to make a video.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when they're taking a look at that effort in comparison to a call or in comparison to a quick email follow-up, sometimes they don't want to put in the extra work up front.
Yeah, it seems like a bridge too far.
And you guys are making it easier, so that way it's like, oh, it's actually not that complicated, or it doesn't have to be this big process. Yeah. I can do a video in 4 minutes if I wanted to, and have the thumbnail and have it all focused and have it personalized in a very short amount of time, which usually would take 15, 20 minutes when you're doing everything by yourself.
Can you explain why the thumbnails are important to you?
They are the most important piece to it, because when I was a news reporter, it was always, how do you make it clickbait? Everything needs to be clickbait. The post that you're making, or the article that you're writing, or even the first 30 seconds of what it is that you're saying needs to be clickbait. So for me, when I send a video to a prospect, I want to also set the expectation of what this video is about. I'm a girl sending a video to someone over the internet. I do want to make it clear what this is about. So I want them to know, okay, this is about you. Picture them, or maybe it's their background or anything like that, their company, maybe it could be. The bar on the bottom, just putting the time. I like to use the time dash, like what it's about. So that way when they look at it, they're like, okay, this is definitely for me. I see the time commitment, which isn't a lot. Like they know that it's under 60 seconds. So they're like, okay, like that's not too much watch time. So they're opting in, and it's clickbaity because, again, you want them to feel like this is special, this is for me. If it's just a regular video, they're probably not gonna want it. I use video. I do a lot throughout the sales process. Like it's not just to book the meeting. I feel my conversion rate of just closing larger deals is through video, 100%. What makes my video outreach stand out is, one, I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
The other
People don't. Yeah.
Because I'm in a competitive sale. I'm against competitors that will rip us down. They will spread lies about us. I am constantly trying to play offense rather than defense here, because it's a very competitive space where I'm at. It could be the same price point, almost the same offering.
Yeah.
How do you win? And that's through that personal touch, getting to know them. So for me, whenever I stand out, one, I bet you that other rep isn't sending a video, but I'm sending a video. Not only am I sending a video, but I'm saying, hey, you are concerned about X. Here's how you could do it in the product today. Or, hey, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about onboarding here. Here are the next steps that we're going to do, and here's who you're going to meet.
And you're literally showing it to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that way they're mindful of how we're going to communicate, because the other rep is saying, oh yeah, can we meet next week for 30 minutes?
Right.
But I'm saying, let me keep selling you and keep communicating with you asynchronously for the next week.
Asynchronous is the key there. They can consume it on their own accord. It's not, it's a 30-minute meeting that I got in a couple days that I have to set time for.
And they don't want to go to that.
No.
Not with a vendor.
So we asked why you like Sendspark better. Like, you're with Sendspark now, you're liking it. What does it do better? Why do you like it better than what you've used before?
Yeah, it is because I feel, from my understanding and from my experience, that you are tailoring it for me. The other platforms, it's just a button, press record, then you send it, and it's on a link. That's it. What else is there to it? But you guys understand the effort of what a sales rep or any person that's sending a video needs to do to get that video done, completed, to do it at scale, to make it clickbaity, right? To do all of those things that make your video stand out, and you're making it easy for reps to do that. Again, for me, it's because you keep me in mind, and the product is for someone just like me that wants to stand out, wants to be thoughtful, but does have to send out a lot of videos because it works.
And like you said, it's not always to just book the meeting. It's throughout. It's to get the win.
Yes.
I think that's really powerful.